working through our Bloodborne playthrough from beginning to end. We finished our adventure last night, late, with the most annoying boss in the game, Rom the Vacuous Spider. Now we're starting in. We're going to be hitting one of the tougher areas in the game at this level, Castle Canehurst, and facing a very difficult boss, Martyr Logarius. So, let's go up and check our vials situation. I was too tired to farm vials, but we're okay. We got 54 in the bank, so with the vials that we collect on the way through, if we're careful, we should be able to, continue along here. I will be uploading this to the YouTube. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to do that. Our little intro video of a half hour from yesterday, our little pre-session one where I took the screenshot and accidentally stopped the recording, should be up there. I'm wanting, of course, to get them in 1080p. So it's a little bit tricky to do that with the Twitch. I think in the future I'll just probably, if I'm doing a walkthrough where I don't expect too many stream viewers, I'll just probably upload right to YouTube and see how that goes. So I'll utilize that function on the PS4 Pro. That's the console I use the most. I also do some Xbox stuff. So without further ado, you get to Castle Canehurst, and we're going to start with my favorite cutscene in the game. I think it's many people's favorite cutscene in the game. But first we have to get down to the crossroads. And of course, on our first playthrough, this is incredibly obscure to get to. We're also going to want to get our health up quite a bit. So we're going to want to get at least 3 levels to get our vitality up to 30 for Martyr Logarius, because he can be a little bit beefy. See, our scythe is upgraded a little bit, and we're doing some damage. This guy we don't have to worry about parrying anymore. Oh, I guess we're going to worry about dodging. We're going to worry about dodging. Wait a minute. Was there some... There might have been a visit I should have made first. Let me check my list here. We might have needed to go into see what's her name, Yosefka. Let me double check here. My notes. So we defeated Rom. I think we need to go back. Well, we can get down. We'll get down to the lamp in Canehurst, and then we'll teleport back. You don't have to kill these guys. They will kind of be in the way a little bit. But wait a minute. Did I not get something somewhere? I should have just activated the cutscene. Canehurst summons. Where was that? Sean, you remember where the Canehurst summons was? Where?
It was Yosefka's clinic.
Oh, so I do need to go there first. So my son's telling me he remembers it's in Yosefka's clinic. Pardon the phone interruptions. Gotta check. My wife is out and about, so she texts me. I have to be on the ball. Yosefka's clinic. Got it. That is not the way to go to Yosefka's clinic. Having a little bit of a rough start this morning. A little bit loopy from yesterday's marathon. This stream is not going to be this stream's not going to be so long today. It's probably 4 hours, 3 or 4 hours. And our streams in the future are going to be smaller chunks. Just kind of spread them out. She isn't going to talk to us. I was going to waste time downstairs, but we have to go first to the little roundabout. We're also going to get a gem. And I can't remember if it's a useful gem or not for our weapon. Down in the forest. Our wonderful forbidden woods. And of course, on your first blind playthrough, if you do a blind playthrough first, you don't know any of this stuff. I mean, it's all so obscure. It basically doesn't, the game, doesn't help you that much. Especially if you're not a reader, if you're not reading all the item descriptions. Should have taken my little shortcut instead of going past these guys, but past the mayhem, past the doggos, up here, go up here, and past where we got the tonsil stone. Go through here. The dogs, I'll kill you. I don't think they're all the rabid dogs. Can't deal with them. So yeah, so we go back here. Do I have my poison resist on? I'm gonna need my poison. My antidotes. Yes, that is a crying baby in here. Something died. Alright, now it gets a little sketchy. But we're going to run around, collect the shinies. We're not going to worry about these giants. I'm going to save some stamina because there's going to be snakes, or worms, or whatever they're called. Arcane blood gem, that's what we wanted. Oh no, oh no, oh no. If you don't hit that spot exactly right. You get nailed by the annoying worms. Okay. This one, I think the nourishing one is here. Oh my god. 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 Am I alive? I yet live. Oh, I yet die. Getting nicked by that giant ruined my run through. Okay. Need to get one of my longer charge cords for my tablet. Let's see while I'm spawning here. This one might work. Oh, that's not the right one. Oh, it is the right one. Okay, momentito. Swapping some cords around so that my cords aren't hanging absurdly around here to trip unsuspecting people. There we go. Still a bunch of cords, but alright. Okay, take 2 at Paramount. Spoke yesterday about building a log cabin in Truckee, California, which is near Tahoe. I just watched a video this morning about this dude. It was a time-lapse video. Oh wait, we can go this way. Uh-oh. A little bit rusty this morning. He built a log cabin from scratch. The log cabin we built wasn't from scratch. I mean, where this guy was cutting down the trees, cutting the bark off, and I mean, the whole thing, using the mud and pitch for the part between the logs on the walls. He was using fire to harden the boards that he was putting on the roof, which it seemed really strange to me, but I guess that's a thing. I wonder if it makes it water resistant. This would be a little bit easier since we collected all the stuff. Oh, but we had like 7,000 souls, dude. That guy gets me! You lost, dude! Oh my god! There's my souls. Or acquisition said, did he kill me again? This is not starting well, friends. I lost all of them. Well, so I don't have to stop and get them. It was only 7,000, so... It seems that the difficulties I'm having aren't with the bosses, it's with the scrubs. The scrubs on their runs. Except for Rom. Rom was a pain. Rom was annoying. Take 3 at Paramount. And you can see why this is the worst area ever. Away my visceral. Gotta get that cane hearse summons. She might actually be triggered to the state where we can get another third of the umbilical cord. I think after you defeat Rom. Because if you go before Rom, I don't think she does. Swinging wide around, running to the ladder. Did I get poisoned? I did. In full disclosure, I did not find this area on my first playthrough. I was using a checklist of places to go, and it was telling me Canehurst, and I was like, well, where's that? I can't find it. So I had to avail myself of the internet and find out, oh, there's a summons. And you notice even today I didn't remember where the summons was. So we are, for those of you keeping score at home, we are here. And this is where we started, way back when. Came down these steps. And that was our first item that we got right there. If you look to the right, this is where we fought that first beast. And we're basically going around the back now. So we open the shortcut gate so we don't have to run through the giant guys again. But we do end up facing this guy, and he is annoying. Can't stop on him. I'm gonna go fast, I think, so he can't get his stupid charge attack. You see, he hardly... So he chucked half my health right now. I don't want to grab you. At some point I will get grabbed, and you'll see how the insight disappears. But they are dangerous enemies. Brain suckers, they're called, appropriately. Gotta love the wide swing. You're in Yosefka's clinic. Here's the shortcut, and now you see maybe she's doing great. So she's wanted you to send people there. For whatever reason. You come down here. This was our very first lamp of the game. This is the sick room where we woke up right down those stairs around that room. Or no, we woke up here. Did we wake up here and come down here and then the door closed maybe? Here is the summons. I think we did. Isn't this where we woke up at the beginning? Just look at this laboratory. Oh. The detail is just awesome. For me, a requirement of a video game that I will invest hours and hours in is the world just has to be immersive. I've got to be immersed in the world. If I'm not, then I'll play for a while, but usually I just never finish those games. Okay, so now we can have 3 vials over. We should probably check these. See what we got on. Oh, we can get rid of that one for a while. Or actually, we might keep that one on because I think what's his name does arcane damage. The boss we're gonna fight at Canehurst. Okay, so we got our thing. Okay, she's not talking to us, so if you have to fight her, she starts talking to you here. So I think we've advanced it, so fingers crossed that this happened. Yep. Here she is, on her own table. Look at this room.
God, I'm nauseous.
Wonder why
Have
she's
you
nauseous.
felt this? It's progressing. I can see things. I knew it. I'm different. I'm no beast. Oh, God, it feels awful. But it proves that I'm chosen. Don't you see how they writhe inside my head? It's rather rapturous. God, I'm nauseous.
Okay.
Have you felt this?
Hear the baby. Oh my goodness. So creepy. Okay, so now we should have 2/3 of the umbilical cord. You can get 4/3 of the umbilical cord. You need 3 for the... Oh, we never opened this. You can use 3 for the secret boss at the end. 3. Okay, so that gold gem we'll probably put on our beast weapon because it does more beast damage. So attack versus beast up 12.6. So that's why we're using the saw spear on beasts. Okay, and then we got a couple of these. So this is the one, attack up 9.1. That's the one I wanted. That's why we went down there for the giants. This one is if you're an arcane build. So you can get a couple arcane ones. Blunt attack. Okay, so we got the Cainhurst summons. We have ended Yosefka's miserable existence of experimentation and impregnation. So there's a component of the story where Rom the Vacuous Spider is a great one. And they're like, I think, like visitations from alien worlds in the past that Bergenworth managed to trap Rom in order to study her. And she allowed the development of the insight that Master Willem developed. So Master Willem then was exploring the insight, and he feared the idea of using the blood. Well, his best student, Lawrence, decided to found the Healing Church. Well, over time, development of the Healing Church led to, how can I say here, led to people trying to join with the Great Ones in various macabre scientific methods, some of which is impregnation and transformation. So that's what we saw. Okay, we've got 6 insight here. Can't remember if it's fire or bolt on the guy, but we're going to be using our burial blade anyway. And we can't use these papers on the burial blade. I never like to carry much insight around. Okay, so now we are ready for Castle Cainhurst. So back to the witch's abode. And we will get our story proper to begin. Pardon me. Okay. I forgot I had my torch out. Forgot about my torch. Might as well kill these guys and get the vials. Robbed of my visceral for some. Oh, it's the levels. Can't visceral that. Can't visceral that. Can't visceral that. The goal is to be using, not using this. Oh, and he gave a bloodstone. That's so lame. Okay. walk up here once you get the summons. Pretty creepy. The summons tells you, like if you read the summons, we better get on the thing here. If you read the summons, it tells you the crossroads in Hemwick. And I guess you're meant to wander around until you find this area. I love how you're being watched by something in the bushes. If you remember talking, just look at this scenery. Just great. Good luck getting back. If you remember talking to Alfred, our little buddy, who helped us with the blood-starved beast, he hates the Vile Bloods. This is the realm of the Vile Bloods. There's someone in charge of the Vile Bloods that we're going to seek out. Now, Martyr Logarius was sent here in order to prevent the Vile Bloods from escaping. And he ends up guarding, or is meant to have guarded, the leader of Canehurst, who we'll meet later. Okay, we're going to put on our new gem, because we're going to want all of the hitting power we can have for this first section. And we'll probably go through a good 20 vials before we even enter the castle proper, because it is the enemies here on the outside are crazy. So this is the one we want. So we got our physical attacks up. Check this out. See how this is going. So those are still good. Our saw spear. We want to put the that blood gem versus beasts up. And I think everything else here is as high as we got, as high as we can get. Okay, up here. And I don't think we can fortify anything. Yeah, we need chunks now. We'll get a few chunks here in this area to upgrade our stuff. So you can see we're at B scaling now for skill. If you look in the right hand column down there where that hand is, that's skill. Our saw spear is at C scaling for skill. Oh, that's good. Let's see if if we have enough for a level. I think, did we get a packet? We did, I think, when we were running around getting killed by the giants. This gives us enough. You do get like 3,000 for each of the enemies on the outside
home. What is it you...
of Castle Canehurst.
Very well,
so if we don't, you can always come back. Nope, you're short.
Farewell, good hunt.
Forsaken Castle Canehurst. Snowy, snowy land. That is cool and cold. And some of the creepiest enemies that we're going to see in the game are going to be here. And we're going to need to be fast. We're going to need to have our dodge on. So these statues are everywhere. The deal with Castle Canehurst is, see if you grab that thing there. These are like tick bloodsuckers, and we do not ever want to. We will fight one at a time. The deal with Canehurst is they are an arrogant, self-congratulatory kind of culture. So they've got statues of themselves everywhere. Now you don't want to stand behind those because they kick backwards as well. Every attack needs to be from the side because they are incredibly fast and they hit very, very hard. I don't know why that's like that. I'm going to switch over to the saw spear and see if that does more damage, because I think they're beasts. We'll see. Yes, so it's a culture built on self-aggrandizement, and you know, nothing says self-aggrandizement like creating lots of statues for yourself. So the trap, of course, is they want you to try to grab that. And while you try to grab that, one of those bloodsuckers jumps up from the side. Right, oops, I should get my echoes back first. What is that? Something like 55? They explode in a big bloody mess. Isn't that great? If you're watching this on the YouTube, I hope you're watching it late at night, alone. Numbing Mist, we were going to use on Vicar Amelia, but we killed her so fast that she didn't even get a chance to heal, if you remember that fight from yesterday. But other than that, it's primarily a PvP item to keep people from healing. PvP fights with them. PvP in this game is pretty much garbage. There's a lot of dodging, a lot of guns. Oh my god, take it easy. A lot of dodging, lots of guns. A lot of people using the Rakuyo because it's pretty fast, and the Blades of Mercy. I mean, it's basically dodge mashing. Not fun. Especially if you're an older dude like myself who doesn't have time with the family to spend 8 years oh my god, they hit so hard. And they're so fast. You can see why I said they're using probably 20 vials. And hit, dodge. Except you get stuck on all of the crap that's around you. And it's hard to rally. balance your stamina. So we've used 5 vials already. This is not good. We're going to kill those 3 up there after we kill this dude. Because sometimes you'll back up here to fight, and then this guy will join in the fight. Of course, they have him pathing way back there where you can't see him. And you see the shinies up there, so he's like a little surprise. Stand there. Come over here. Their hitboxes are so huge. I could have died there. And it's deceptively, this path feels straight, but it's deceptively curved, so you need to, I'm just going to pull them all the way back to the lamp. This is the hardest part of the area. Once you get in the castle proper, things get much easier. The problem is our echoes are way up there. So I'm going to get them and come back. And hope I don't bring a bunch of enemies back. All the little trees and crap that's in the way. I like the fight. And the terrible targeting feature. Oh my god. Oh, I'm dodge spamming now. They're in my head. See, if you get behind them, they do that crap. Okay, crisis averted. Take, what are we going to take, 3? Okay, come on, ugly. And my greed problem gets me in trouble because I end up out of stamina. Just have to be patient. Come on, dude. All the way back. Oh, he's decided he's not going to play. That's unfortunate. Stuck on a ridge, like right there, that stupid statue in the way. Oh my god. We're at the curve where I didn't want to play. We get him to do that. Dispatch them. Alright. We're not doing well with the vials, because we're going to need them. I don't know if you can parry these guys or not. I've never... Where you going? See, they want me to fight all these freaking statues. So I can get stuck in the trees. one always comes first. This guy up here. That tree got in the way. Done fighting here. Oh my god. The thing that's cheap about these guys is they cannot be going, and you can hit a vial and they will jump in the middle of your animation, so you gotta time it better. Oh, that was only one of them too. These creepy guys. You can do the big guys there. Okay. Basically, we want these blood packets. You can't backstab him. And this guy is so full of blood. I mean, look at this guy. So we definitely want all these blood packets. But you'll see, we're at, you know, we're at 42,000. I just want to make sure numbing mist wasn't on my bar. Okay, I think we've got 3 more of those things. We've got 9 vials and 8 bullets. But there is something that we want down the crack here. And I just don't know if we can get there without drawing those guys. Normally I kill them. But normally I'm better with my vial usage. So it kind of baits you to jump down here. But the problem is there's a whole bunch of worms that will ruin your day. And I don't know if that guy's going to come or not. But, you know, you all are tuning in to watch me die, so I'm not going to disappoint you. Let's see what happens if I go down this, because there's a bunch of them through this whole crack here. And they're notoriously difficult to hit. Targeted them. I think I can just sprint right down there. Or I hope I can sprint right down there and get my 42,000 souls back. We're gonna see. That's always bothered me in this game is there's no, like in all of the other Souls games, there's oh god, there's a device in the game that allows you to, I mean there's a limited number of them, but that allow you to pull your souls back when you die somewhere. Iframes! Okay. So we're going to use these in those packets. See if we can get our vitality up a bit. Because if we get to, what's his name? Logarius without enough health, it's going to be a bad time. See if we get that. I think it says at least 2 levels.
Very well, let me.
Yeah, it goes 2. Good. So basically, we're going to get vitality to 30, and then we're going to get endurance to 30. Then we'll go back to stuff with that. That's our plan now.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your work.
If we can. This was like 15,000. We might be able to
Welcome,
get another echo
buddy.
by selling something we need.
Very well, let me.
Wow, 7. That's a lot. Alright.
Farewell,
come back.
good hunter.
So this one? Yes. Okay, now we're... See our little guys with their hats on? Those are our messenger hats. We're just gonna sprint past all this crap. So while this, guinea here, and there's numbing mist over there, so while getting here is extremely difficult, this is extremely annoying. There's gonna be a lot of screaming over the next 45 minutes or so. So be prepared. Hear all the crying ghosts that appear to ruin your day. They do stagger pretty good. They have iframes getting up. And there's a million of them. Oh. What is my level? I was just thinking. Something my stamina isn't going to work. I thought there was a chest down here. It's on the other side. So yeah, you'll be running around and all of a sudden, bingo. Could run past all this, but we need the echoes for our levels. If you got surround sound on the... Are you kidding me? The surround sound restricts on you in the use this weapon. A lot of people say it's a great weapon. How would I get attacked on? Look at this thing here. It has like a gun built into it, but you gotta level your blood tinge to use it. You like swing with it, and then you can like shoot a gun into a person's head, I think, on the strong attacks, I think. Like I say, I've never used it, so I'm not really sure. Sort of bunch them up if you my last playthrough was a strength playthrough, and I just went ahead and worked what I saw, and it did work up here. It was great for clearing stuff. So there's a bloodstone chunk. We need 3 of those to advance our weapon. I think we had one already, didn't we? Or did we? Yeah, so we're at 2. So 3, 5, and 8. So 16 for every time you want to go through a particular tier of upgrade materials. Yes, you may. That was my daughter asking if she could have an orange. Oh, stamina. Nothing worse than pushing that attack button. What's that? I don't know, honey. I'm trying to teach my 6-year-old to be more independent. She's wanting to have me do a bunch of stuff for her. But she is more than capable of finding an orange in the refrigerator. Kids, this is a trap. The nice thing about this weapon is when you do a charge attack, you realize at the last minute that they're going to attack you, and you're not going to be able to finish your charge. You can repeat the charge. The R1 or the R2 down, and it will do a defensive swing. Which is super. Obviously, another area that just absolutely demands patience. I mean, like I say, you could run through here, but there it is. You could run through here and not have to worry about all these ghosts. But then you don't get the loot. An item never used. But, since it's a chest, it must be open. Be selling that. Okay. We have our first of the hidden gargoyles. Get them in two-handed mode and get them on their back. They're dead. If you don't, they drop on your head and take half your health. And they come flying down from various locations. Chunk! Okay, so we can get our weapon to the next tier. Where did he end up? I hear him. There he is. Sometimes he'll actually fall down there and die, which is nice. Oh, a chunk! How about that? That's a good find. Fine. Normally you just get the twins. So, yeah, all the statues of vanity. Oh, I forgot about this guy. Look at the scenery. That was close. Vampire. Look at all the statues and scenery. On the parries. Okay. Let's talk to my lovely wife about our plans for this evening. Oh, she got me some new slippers. Let's try these on. They look small, honey. Yeah, they work. Yeah, they fit. They will be. I think they'll stretch out a little bit. Yeah, see? The slipper conundrum has been solved. Alright, which way was I going? This way. Okay, this is some gear we're going to want. This is the executioner gear. There's two of these rubes here, so you can see. Got me. It's a weird sonic attack. Come on, vampire dude. So, executioner garb is good for. Oh, we had more stuff than this. Oh wait, there's no hat for that. It's good for poison, rapid poison, and then if you're working your beasthood, I don't think that's the best for beasthood though. I think Ashen Gear is best for beasthood, but it's good for slow poison, which would have been nice to have before we went into the poison forbidden woods. But hey, you know, what can you do? And we're going to go and get our shortcut, so we don't have to do any of that stuff again. That is a online, I believe. Regular little house coming in, Annalise, Queen of the Vile Bloods. So Annalise is the one that is in charge of this area. Online use only. So I think you use that to see who's been doing murders for the Vile Bloods. So this is the lantern right there. Let's go level. Get that level 30. And I think that gem that we got down there might also help us out. Yep. Here is helpful. When I'm scrolling through here, I'm looking for those red numbers to turn blue, which tells me it's an improvement. Like this. Okay. I think she's up here.
Welcome. What is it? Very well. Let me.
There is our 30 in strength. We're down to 34. I'm going to buy something. We used way too much getting to the thing because I don't want to farm while I'm on stream here. Go ahead and do that. And back to the castle. Continue with more annoying screaming. So basically, someone stole some blood from the Grey Blood and escaped here, if you remember, to Castle Canehurst. And, oops, created the Vile Bloods. The reason I ran through all that to kill that guy is because he puts a mark on you, and he just keeps shooting you from that little level he was on. Easier to kill all these things. You just gotta run over the stairs. Try to avoid getting hit as best you can. There's a chest down there. It was like 540, so. There's something else down there in the corner too. I can never remember really. That's right, you have to go down here to get this ladder to go up there. Check down here first. Nope, nothing down there. The doing a gun build or bullet build. It's like the weapon to have, I'm told. Because I hate these guys more than anything. I go up and kill them first. These guys are faulty. Which nooks all the little shinies are in, so I gotta go back and double check. We'll get another bloodstone chunk or two up here. Oh, pardon me. Not the place to have a sneezy fit. That window. Of course, once I got here, I don't avail myself of the internet on a first playthrough unless I'm absolutely stuck, like I was to get to Canehurst. But I must have run past this window 1,000 times, trying to figure out where to go next. I you know, I have to be honest, when Elden Ring comes out here, I want to, of course, do a blind playthrough and discover the story as it goes. But since I know these Soulsborne games so well, to where you just feel like you're kind of rolling through it, where you're not spending so much hours to do your playthrough, because you're investigating everything. You're finding every treasure, trying to find every hidden secret, and my first playthrough was like 80 hours, I think. Which is great up to a certain time, but there comes a point where you just want to finish the game. And it requires quite a bit of kind of mental endurance, which I kind of lack. This guy's flying all the way up there. For some reason this guy was tougher. Alright, this might be the most annoying room in the entire game. First of all, if you run in this door without killing those two gargoyles, they will come in behind you and make your life miserable. But there are special enemies in here. They are the headless ghosts, and the headless ghosts trap you. So, which makes it open season for everybody else. So you can see right in front of me here is the first headless ghost. So there's one there, and the thing is, if she traps you, there's one off to the left that I'm looking at. Comes and just stabs the hell out of you. Then there are 2 or 3 down there to the right. Now I'm going to come in and clear this room just to, so you guys can see, but I don't think there's anything in here that's worth the effort that this is going to take. Like, I always come here and I'm always disappointed that I did this area. So, Canehurst is kind of the blood tinge area, like if you're doing a blood tinge build or a gun build. Gives you lots of stuff. So I think that's what's in here. And since I never do that, really had this really fast. And here's another one. Now, pretty soon there's going to be a guy who starts shooting as well. They at least don't have as much health as the others, which is good. Yeah, this Knight's Garb, I never use it. It might be good for the boss. I've never tried it with the boss, but... So you hear her screaming behind me there? That scream is what traps you. So over there you see a headless. There, and I think there's another one, and there by the candles is the shooter. And he'll just sit there and plunk you. There's one more of these. So you want to kill... Oh, there's another headless. So she screams at you like that. If she finishes her scream, it puts you in a ring, traps you like that. If you remember the Witches of Hemwick. staggers them real good. And those gloves are for an arcane build. It gets you to launch magic red skulls that we're going to confront up here with the boss pretty soon. Okay. And this opens up our shortcut to the boss run. Which will be super duper annoying as we play through, but that's how it works. And I ran past this ladder for about 4 years until I saw it. It's obvious now. I got even a candle there to point it out to you. But I opened it up, I kept running around in here, clearing all this. I said, I cleared this already. And I'd go up the stairs. It's like I just made a big circle. But here's this ladder. We are going to go up and get all the stuff, and then we are going to level again. Because that is a tinge item, I believe. Because we want every single bit of power we can have for this boss. Yep, blood tinge game. Did I? I didn't upgrade when I was back there. I'm gonna get a couple more chunks here. We're not gonna have enough to do 2 levels, but we can get 1 level for sure. Maybe just 1 more chunk, actually. Oh, there was 2 there. How about that? I think there's 1 more. Or no, that was down there. I think we're going to be 1 chunk short of 2 levels. So there was the chest we opened up. Again, you can imagine the hours it took me to figure this out. And then the stuff that Miyazaki's Soulsborne games do to you. You come up here, and if you're not paying attention, you get the boss fight that triggers right up through there. But, you know, if you've played his games before, you can kind of guess. That looks like an entrance to a boss fight. So we are going to... we're going to Bold Hunter's Mark out of here. And you will see the most annoying boss run in the entire game, which is coming up. Takes forever, there's lots of noise, lots of screaming, for one of the more difficult bosses in the game. So we can take our uncanny burial blade at 1. We're 1 chunk show. Wah wah. Well, normally we'd be 2 chunks short, but we got that 1 chunk rare drop from that gargoyle, so should be happy with it right now. I don't know if we have enough for a level.
Welcome. Very well.
Oh, 2,000. Well, we're going to sell some stuff to get that. Oops. Alright, what do I use? So this Knight's Garb is worth a lot. And it's for a blood tinge, I guess. Ashen Hunter we need for sure. Gascoigne we need for sure. Yeah, we're not going to use this graveyard stuff ever. Or will we? 100. Arcane. Is that the highest arcane we have? No. Executioners. It's higher arcane, so I think we're going to sell this graveyard stuff. What do we need? Like 2,000? We didn't get the hat anyway for that, so...
Welcome. What? Very well. Let me.
Alright, we are level 63. The recommended level for this guy is 75. But
Farewell, good hunter.
we'll give it a good old college try.
May you find your worth in the waking world.
Gotta prepare myself. Let's put on our best arcane, because he does a lot of magic. Best arcane stuff. The arcane is the star. I think the executioner was better, wasn't it? Or was it? 90 versus 90. 120, 110. It is better because he has a scythe that he pokes you with. Not liking the hat fashion. I think Gascoigne's hat has 50. Yeah, so... There we go. That looks a little better. With our scratched face. The mysterious scar from battles long gone. Alright, now this could go really, really well, or it could be an absolute train crash. The key is, to the best of your ability, to stay behind him or to the side, which is really hard because he moves all over the place. And then second phase, being able to parry. Oh, I was going to put in my other rune for more vials. If we fail, we'll do it. So that's where we started, and here is the run. It's the most annoying in the game. You want to let your stamina charge before you get to this ladder, because he will throw things at you that will hit you, like he's doing now, and it takes a plunk on the stamina. And if your stamina goes to 0, you fall off the ladder, and all of those things that screamed at you attack you. Here. Try not to jump off the roof. You can see I've had to make this boss run many times, so I've gotten fairly good at it. I have missed this before and jumped down to my death. And I don't even know if that's magic that he hits you with, so I put on all this magic stuff. Because it's red. I don't think it's blood tinge. I guess I can Google it. We'll see how this goes. Seems like a weak dude, doesn't he? But he is not. Alright, stamina management is crucial in this fight. So he'll send all kinds of crap at you. Hit him. One of the strats, of course, is to try to get him to the corner and go to town on him. He will not fall off the roof, but you will. Them there on an edge. Here it'll be okay. Ground's going into phase 2. That's going to explode. Okay. Now, get some shit. Left hand is brutal. Overhand. Get in there. And if you don't have the confidence in your parry, right now dodging backwards. This. You gotta take that out. Otherwise you'll get shoot from above. Shot from above. Shoot that as well. I would have had the parry, but he hit me. Again, he hit me. Oh, back to the wall. Create some space. So basically, that thing he put in the ground there will shoot those things at you and interrupt all your stuff. Really cheeky on. He's chasing me the whole time. viscerals. You'd think it would have a better visceral window. Bunch of crap this guy gives you. You can see why we wanted 4 more vials, or 3 more vials. Okay, I don't know where he is, but I know he's going to plunge me. 3 more bullets. Got him. Whew. I gotta say, I am hugely proud of myself for one-offing that guy. Because if you've played Souls games before, you know. If you don't get him on the first one, it's going to be 7, 8, 9 tries. So I am so stoked right now that I killed Martyr Logarius on my first go. That is progress. Progress for myself as a player. And I had no vials left. I had 1 bullet left. Yeah, that was solid work. That was solid work. Ugh. My adrenaline's still going. That fight is no joke. For me, that's almost the toughest fight in the game, just because of all of the magic garbage that he throws at you. I'm sure there are strats I could look up, but to make the fight easier, but I don't like relying on internet strats so much, but I found out about this crown on the internet, because you would never know to stand there and put that crown on. I guess, I mean, if he gives it to you there, you might just think, put it on.
No subject.
But,
Here lieth our throne.
you know, if you've played Souls games before, here's an unopened Kinghurst summons. So remember, our buddy Arthur... Oh, where did it go? Maybe it's not here. Our buddy Arthur... Oh, there it is. This is ours that we used. Old bloodstained summons, inviting an honored guest to Forsaken Castle Kinghurst. Rather bafflingly, it is addressed to you. Do not hesitate, the stagecoach leaves from Hemwick Crossing. Here's an old sealed summons. Like the first of its kind, it is an invitation to Kinghurst, but for whom it is not known. It lacks an addressee. So our buddy, who hates the Vile Bloods, who is a student or follower of Master Logarius, who was their Martyr Logarius because he died for his cause. Arthur hates this lady and wants to destroy all the Vile Bloods because they violated the healing church by stealing blood and bringing it here for their own self-aggrandizement. But we want a rune that she has, so let's hear what she has to say.
ruler of the Vile Bloods.
Thank you for
and
inviting
sworn enemy of the
Babysitter Alex.
church.
Okay, you're welcome.
Mommy told me.
Yet our people are murdered, and we are prisoner to this
Mommy and I
wretched
are
mask.
Stepping out
What
this
is it
evening.
thou in
Have
search
some
of?
fun. Got a babysitter for our kids.
Well, well. An odd hunter thou art indeed. We've tired of these piteous nights. Share in our plight, and take oath against the church. If thou wouldst this path walk, I prithee, partake of my rotted blood.
Yep.
Very well.
We need your rune.
Drink deep of our blood.
And of course, I rejected that on the first playthrough because I didn't want her vile blood. Why would I want that? But then I didn't get this rune
Now,
either.
thou art too a vile blood. We two, the very last on this earth.
Okay.
We
I'm
await
not going to
thy
offer
for the
any
honor.
of her blood dregs. When you do PvP for the Vile Bloods, you get blood dregs. When you kill someone, you come back here and offer them to her, and you can level up. There's probably some weapon that you get at a certain level, like with other Souls games, but I've never done that because I despise PvP. We're going to take this crown off and put our gas going cap back on. And in my first playthrough, you would think I would know the sound of the lamps by now. But I didn't. And I ran all the way back out there where that lamp was instead of hitting this lamp. Okay, back we go. God, I'm still stoked about knocking that out on the first run because I was worried we were going to be here for hours trying to kill Martyr Logarius. Alright, we got 11 insight, so let's spend it on something. Still not much we can buy. Okay.
Welcome. Very well.
I was also bitter after the first time of beating him, and coming back and only getting one level. Because I spent hours trying to beat that guy the first time. It just took forever.
Fair.
Okay, check my notes here in a second. We can take that off, I think. Keep that on. Put in our corruption, because it's continuous healing near death. We got the stamina one. What do we got here for this one? Did we not put one in there? Oh yeah, we took it out. Let's see. Let's see. Let me see. Let me check my notes of where we're gonna go next. Many times I play this game, I cannot remember the passive progression at all. Okay. I gotta go give him the summons. Probably. Now my notes say Nightmare Frontier next, but I typically do Yargul, Unseen Village, but I'll follow my notes. So, there is one place where there is a baddie that gives frenzy. But we also need a poison resist, so we're going to put that here because there's more poison than the baddie in the area where we're going to go next here. And we might as well put on poison resist gear. Should be the ugliest gear too. What was 60? Black Church. Guess Grant's trousers, huh? What do we look like? Not a big fan of the hat, but it's our Gascoigne poison resist. So this is 20. I'm going to sacrifice 4 points of poison resist so that we don't have to wear that hat. I think we'll be okay. Also, I feel better cranking that out in one shot by not having to use a bunch of vials from our storage. Let's see what we're at here. 42. Ain't great, but... okay, so first things first. Cathedral Ward. Let's go find Alfred. And we're going to finish his quest line right here. Oh, yes, my goodness. At some point, she used to end up outside here dead. But my last few playthroughs, I haven't been able to get her out there dead. Wait, there's a note. Oh, maybe you have to read that note. I don't think I read that note on the chair. I didn't even notice it. Okay, where are we going? We're going this way. So we have one-shot every boss except for one. We took 2 shots on. Doing good. Or am I doing well? Hey, how's it going? Dia the Deo Hikeo. I don't know how to pronounce your name, I'm sorry. Going great. Thanks for tuning in. Or joining chat. So here he is.
Oh, good to see you safe. Now, let's think up something to discuss. Just tell me what piques your interest.
Alright, so we've done all of his investigations.
Aha! Is that the sigil of Canehurst? I've heard tell of Canehurst nobles and their amusingly pompous invitations. Wonderful. I thank you profusely. I will depart immediately, but first, a token of my gratitude.
Okay, Wheel Hunter badge helps me out.
Ah, I feel my master's hand at work.
Master
Praise the
Logarius.
good blood.
Fear
And
the
let us
old
cleanse these tarnished streets.
Okay. So now going to head over. Oops, stop by a time. We're going to head back. See just what exactly Arthur has in mind. I was saying we've one-shot every boss. I forgot. Rom yesterday took quite a few tries. So, full disclosure, Rom was a terrible boss.
Master, look! I've done it! I've done it! I've smashed and pounded and grounded this rotten siren into fleshy pink pulp. There, you filthy monstrosity! What good's your immortality now? Try stirring up trouble in this sorry state. All mangled and twisted, with every inside on the outside for all the world to see.
What's up, dude?
You, is it? Look at this. Thanks to you, I've done it. Well, isn't it wonderful? Now Master can be canonized as a true martyr. I've done it. I have.
We get the roar emote.
I've...
And he pretty much smashed her. So, yeah. But we're not quite done yet with Arthur. So now, if you go back here, we're gonna see. And of course, again, you're not going to figure all this out without help. So I don't want to pretend like I discovered this all on my own. But after you play through a couple times, you want to kind of know what the NPC quest chains are and how you finish them. The doors are closed. Yeah, take that, dogs. He has... Well, there's lots of speculation about why he has killed himself, but we get a rune. Radiance, symbol of the executioners. Secret symbol left by Cariel, runesmith of Bergenworth. The rune for radiance adopted by the sworn executioners under Logarius' commands. The executioners are the ones who took on the Vilebloods. The executioners despised the impure Vilebloods, and no matter what the circumstances would never cooperate with the bloodthirsty hunters who serve the undead queen, Annalise. So the church had their hunters, and then the Vilebloods had their hunters, and there was tension. What is the Vile HP recovery? I think it's like 2%. So, you know, it's not even really worth it to slot that one, but it's interesting to finish his, might as well use one of these. We haven't seen this very much. You know, finish his quest line. So Arthur dies a tragic death. Many people argue that he kills himself once he discovers the fate of his master, who becomes a martyr, so that he also has martyred himself for the cause, supposedly. The irony is that nobody ever comes here. So you did have to read the note. She is back.
Ah. Welcome. You've been very, very patient.
I have been very patient.
Forget your troubles.
Another sedative.
Ah.
My share of woes.
Now.
Okay, now I think if I return to the Hunter's Dream and come back, I can get some more sedatives off her dead body. Doggos. Guinness and Rosie helping us with the stream. That's her chair. Another note. And here she is. One more sedative, so her life ends tragically as well. And there's one more place to visit before we continue on. There's a way to get to the lecture building. Remember, well, that's not why we're here. We're here for another quest line. Time for you, Rubes. Got me. always kill this guy just because of the vials. Push the run button for my charge deck. Back to the Gascoigne family, see how Big Sister's doing. Response. So here she is, the Big Sister. Now, they say she killed herself. The white messenger ribbon. I like not to think that she killed herself. I like to think that she came down here to try to get to Cathedral Ward, and this guy killed her. But most people believe she jumped because the despair for her was too great. Sad. So the Gascoigne family has come to an end. A lot of tragedy in this game, man. People just trying to survive. Just can't do it. All the people you meet. Alright, let me think here. Think. I mean, eventually we'll get to the lecture hall just by natural progression, but there's somewhere you go. Where you just get sucked there, and I'm trying to remember. I am going to Google that real fast. How to get to lecture building. Let the lesser amygdala in the church to the right of the Grand Cathedral kill you while having the tonsil stone in your inventory. Okay. So. So we got the tonsil stone when we're in the Forbidden Woods. But since we went down and discovered Yargle, and normally we would fight an NPC here, but since Amelia died in our fight with Henrik, her questline doesn't bring the NPC here, and she dies right here. So because she died, we did not get the Hunter rune, which we'd normally get, which would help with our stamina recovery, which would have been nice. As you recall, she died right as we killed Henrik. So, alas, no Hunter rune for stamina. And then we came down here, didn't we? Oops. I guess we just jumped down. Or did we? I see a shiny down there. We did come down here because these NPCs are here. So we came down here. Probably should have come down here a long time ago. So there's a blood drag that we could have offered to Wild Blood Queen before she ended up dead. You can resurrect her. charge in on him. It bounces around and shoots you with his gun. More annoying NPCs in the game. Story too much to get a response. Another blood drag. Where was that dead guy? Did we see a dead guy? Oh, there he is on the roof. Blood shards, they're primarily, there'll be two more down here we're not going to worry about. They just give twin blood shards. I'm going to run past all this stuff. So you come in here and this guy is supposed to grab you. But we might have advanced the story too much by going down that hallway. So, we did. If you haven't opened that door, but he grabs you and smashes you, and that's how you end up in the lecture building. So, we will have to get to the lecture building in a different time, so we are now... Second grabbing sound, yeah. Maybe you have to be off that thing. Oh, you have to be off the thing. It's standing right here. Apparently. Here we go. Squashed.
Oh, Amygdala.
Amygdala.
Oh, Amygdala. Have mercy on the poor bastard.
Of course it's supposed to be pronounced amygdala, but, you know. Those British and their pronunciations of stuff. And here we are in lecture building. And what is nice is they don't take away all the blood echoes. So now we are in sort of the official area of the School of Mensis. So as I mentioned yesterday in the last video, the Healing Church fractured into several different things. The choir was one, the regular church, and then the School of Mensis, which tried to develop insight as well through nightmares. And here is Spider Patches.
What a joy it is to behold the divine. It must be such a pleasure. You're in my debt, you know. You're nigh on a beast of the field. But here you are, treading a measure with the gods. Are your feet as fat as your wits? Oh, cease this dithering. Take the plunge. Throw yourself to the wolves. Are your feet...
Okay. We're going to need him later. This is going to be locked. We've got to get a key. Or we've got to get a key to open it. From another lecture theater key. Student uniform. So, the School of Mensis, another educational establishment in the game. So that was the door that we couldn't open from that side. But now we got a key. So our key will open. Oh, did we use a key already? Did we use a key already, did we? I never remember. There's so many nooks and crannies here. No. It's over here. Here we go. That's why we need the lecture theater key. And here is the big farm spot for bullets. Big old sweeping weapon. Although when they hit you, they do kind of hit you. Welcome. Oh, I was looking at the chat and I just got killed. Perfect timing. How are you? Thanks for joining. Watching our run here. We're doing a marathon. Bloodborne. So enjoy the ride. We have been rolling. And where I've been dying is to the scrubs, but not the bosses, which is, I guess, if you have your take your pick, that's better. One of them passed by. So what's this guy over here? Always has frame rate dips in this. Look at that. That's oops, wrong one. This is that is super Wow. Just okay. I don't have my whirligig saw for this area, which made this like short work. I gotta play a little smarter here. Get back my echoes. Who's got it? Okay, annoying garbage. Done. Algarvabritus. Arcane Bell. That's where you get that. And that pretty much is the bottom. Lecture building, first floor, I think. Oh no, there's a couple more doors in here. That I already opened out of. Madman's knowledge. I don't know if the Madman's knowledge comes in more useful on like New Game Plus. There's really nothing we can use at the Hunter's Dream kit for that. Red Jelly is a Chalice Dungeon item. And here we go. To the Pioneer Frontier. Now normally I do Yargol's Unseen Village before this, so you're kind of supposed to do this at this level though, so this will be kind of the first. Got me these nice slippers, and then she put them back in the box, so now I can't wear them. I'm gonna teach it while I get my slippers on. A one? Uh-oh. They put a tag right in the arch of your foot on these slippers. That is dumb. Alright, comfy, cozy slippers are on. Yeah, warm on my toesies. Alright, let's see what this has in store for us. This is another extremely annoying area in the game. We are going to want this for one spot, but mostly we're going to need our... I mean, I haven't needed to use these yet. Mostly we're going to need our antidotes as we continue through here. Alright, all kinds of garbage here. Fairly annoying area. He was dead. Like I said, 15 hit points. Always do the visceral. I think it's a trick to jump down here first. I think you're supposed to go the other way, but I can never remember. So I'm greedy, and there's a shiny, so I'm going to grab it. That's an elevator that we're going to get in a minute. Or a few minutes, I should say. That's the wolf we just killed. I'm already confused. That's right, the little trap is over here. Play a little more cautiously here, because like I say, normally I do the Okay, so there's lots of poison stuff down in here. But we're going to venture around first, rather than go down in there just yet. I think. Get that shortcut. Maybe I don't have a choice. My bad memory is kicking in at this point. Oh no, we can go this way here. Enter the bridge. And then we're going to get a couple NPCs that gank us over here. If you progress too far past this lamp, you get both of them. I don't want both of them. I'm going to try some of this lead elixir. What the lead elixir does is... I have too much stuff in that bar, that's going to cost me a death, I predict. What the lead elixir does is it keeps you from getting staggers. It's basically a poise thing. So like, all of those shots would stagger me. But since the lead elixir, basically toe-to-toe with these guys. That's a couple of blood dregs for the vial queen. And he gave me another lead elixir back. And another lead elixir. So good, so I didn't waste those. Those off, those are the only NPCs that are in this area. And not wanting to pollute my bar. Extra stuff on there that I'm not going to be using. Because then you end up, flipping. Where's my thing? Where's my antidote? Where's my antidote? And you always flip past it. Alright. Journeying onward. Oh. We lost the guy, so let's go ahead and get him back. Comfy slippers. Warm and toasty and new. Just gotta make sure the dog doesn't get them. Rosy Posy likes to chew on the slippers. This wasn't even worth the time, it's just going to be blood shards, so we're not going to do that anymore in this area. Okay. So let's see. This area is so super confusing. Oh, I remember this. There's a beastie in there ready to kill him. Right here. Yeah, I'll try to parry it. Or just kill it. That works too. Alright, now is where the crap really begins. There's stuff in here, and they want you to go run after that thing for your one blood shard or whatever it is. While that's happening, you got these giants throwing these huge rocks at you. So what I do is I kill the giants. And for some reason, the stuff that you get here is really kind of low level, because I guess you're supposed to come here right after you get the tonsil stone in the Forbidden Woods, and we didn't. We went to Canehurst. So, as a result, that's a chalice dungeon item. As a result, like nothing here is really going to do much for us. basically just to get us to the boss, Amygdala. Can I just say how amazing that was with the stagger? The Jigsaw did not stagger these guys. First. I think over there I got him in 3 shots because I think it off of a rock or something. The detail on this, a rib sticking out all bloody. Shortcut. After the guy runs away. Fall off that all the way back around. Alright. Was there a shiny? It's just a flower. Okay. So that's that area. I think there is a shiny up here. This is a bigger one. I swear there's some shiny up here. But there's not. Okay. Alright, you see patches up there? We have to die from him. So there's like shiny coins that gets you to wander down there, and then he pushes you into the poison, which kills you. So we're gonna go spend our echoes and come back. Since we got this shortcut, it's not that far. I mean, you can play and lose all your echoes if you want, and you might survive. Like in my normal playthroughs, you can get to the second level of the lecture hall, so you don't have to die to him, but since we're doing it in this order, that's kind of how it works. And of course, it's obnoxious because you lose a whole bunch of echoes.
Welcome. Very well.
Mm-hmm. I think I got a packet or two for those 200.
Farewell, good hunter.
And may the flames guide thee. Oh, we got that level. Let's use that and see how much we get. Actually, we should not use that. It's not going to give us enough for a level. So we will just use that one.
Very well.
I don't like to give the game any echoes from death. Back to the Nightmare Frontier we go. Hope you're having a wonderful time while you're watching this in your life. I am recording this on a Sunday. And everything is things nice and easy on my Sunday. Boom. So that shortcut we opened was right over here. Get around all of my garbage. There we go. Got everything around here. It's a rock, it's not a shiny. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this first. So there's a thing in here. There. Oops. Nope, fall down. You do not want to fall down. Once you fall down there, you get back. Clockwise metamorphosis. What? I think that's the 10%. Yeah, that's a 10%, so that might be okay to use. We shall see. So the idea is, oh, I went back there. The idea is that you're wandering along and you see, oh, there's some coins. Oh, look at that. I wonder what's down here. There was a shiny. Why couldn't I get the shiny? Spider patches. This is why we put our poison resist gear on. Survive this. Now, the reason I say why you often don't survive this is because it's not the poison, it's not the slow you get when you close this one here. There's going to be a winter lantern up here. I think they're called lanterns. Basically the brain things with the eyes that cause... Oops. That cause frenzy. But she's guarding something good, as I recall. It always grabs you. Oh shit. I want that thing that's over there. So when I said the snake men with the snakes coming out of their head were the second most annoying and irritating and brutal bosses, enemies in the game, these are the worst. So that's why we spend all our echoes, because we're going to try to get down there again. But often what happens is, you're done. And you might not get them back. So that sucks. But now that we fell once, we can pick up that shiny, which is worthless, if I recall. Not super helpful. Chalice dungeon item. Absurdity of the roll of poison that cannot express. I can never remember what the thing is either. I just remember I'm glad I went back and got it. And I don't, oops. I say I don't have the game memorized well enough to know if I can just jump down somewhere else. Just jump down there, right? Uh-oh, I missed. I thought I was gonna hit that ledge. So let's see if I can jump down there, I guess. Past those lanterns where the NPCs came out. Dual NPCs. Alright, take 3. Alright, we're going to clear out the bullshit. There's just no, there's no other way around it here. Go through all of our antidotes. I'm trying to think if we really need them later. Because it's the fast poisoning that's getting me. It's the shot from the back that's getting me. Get your shot in. Great. Get your shot in. That shit's gonna hit me. Messenger's gift? Are you kidding? It wasn't worth getting. Alright, we'll just go back. Oh, why would I not remember that that's terrible? Did I get it because I wanted a trophy? I might have wanted that because of a trophy? Oh, game. That is insulting. Enveloping black mist changes user into a messenger. Oh. That's for an arcane thing. Okay, well, now I know where that is, so we'll chalk that up to I got some knowledge now. So, yeah. Alright. Now we're ready for the other side. We don't need to. I guess we can just go this way. Cold blood, thick cold blood. Thick cold blood 4. And stunning deep sea, which does rapid poison resistance. Can't think of a place where there's that much rapid poison resistance except for here. Notice our echo acquisition is much smaller. So, this garbage. Of course, it leads you to get all the rocks. You're gonna die, guy. You are gonna die, child. Takes us here. We've already cleared that area. Pretty sure we're just going to make a run for it. Yeah, this I guess we could have skipped all that. You guys are wondering like what our slow poison resist. I never got one. 8. Try to get that shiny up there, but this giant that's hiding around here. Kill you. Oh, come on in here. Always coming in the poison area in Miyazaki's games. Obnoxious poison swamp. Okay. Well, there's going to be another one of those lanterns. Winter lanterns, I think they're called. The brains. The brains. With eyes. There she is. Turn around, lady. I totally dodged that. That is garbage. Oh, I'm so annoyed. Hit once, dodge, hit once. Dodge, hit once, dodge. But the problem is there's so many of those stupid rocks that you can't really dodge, and you end up bouncing on a rock and getting sucked up anyway. Oh, that's so long to get back there. It was right before the elevator, too. The elevator shortcut. Let's see. Gravestones block your path. This was the way, right? There's a thing here. Grab it. I didn't see that when I ran through. That guy. Oh. Never kill up. Clear deep sea. Sounds good. Increases slow poison resistance to 200. A lot of good that does when you're done with the poison area. giants get poisoned. If they go in the swamp too. Alright. We only have like 5,000 on this guy, so I'm not too concerned. Oh my god. Oh. Running past her. God, I keep snagging my cord on this chair. We're done with her. Running past. So annoying. Just relentless garbage. Just relentless garbage. You can't see where to go because all the little things in your freaking way. Part of me wonders if this is on I mean, oops, there's the wrong thing. In Dark Souls, you know, there's an enemy, and he actually tells you to eat shit because he gives you a dung pie. Screw you, lady. I love you. I can't have you today. The salt is real. The salt is real, my friends. Just want to get to the elevator, get to the boss. Probably shortcuts back that I'm missing. Because I learn a route and then I just take the route over and over. But I don't think so in this case. Okay. So yeah, I don't think he plays his own games, because if he did, he would realize how ass this game is. Any of the developers would play the game. They just try to make it as hard as they can. And they could not themselves play the game. Is that thing still following me? And then just wait for all of the masochists to play the game. I got the wrong thing on. This is going to be where I die for those stupid friends. There was a shiny there and I don't remember what it was. myself. Next playthrough, just run through this whole area. Nothing's gonna be good. Worth stopping and getting. Well, I guess we got a couple of things, I should say. Which are useless now, because the boss is not going to get us replaced. That one's a good thing too. That one's a good thing too. But before we do that, I am going to get the elevator, which is up this way. So I have to run to the stupid swamp again. This elevator, which takes us right out up this crack up there. That's where the lamp is. This will be our boss run. Should we die to Amygdala? Okay, so there were some things I wanted over here. I'm not absolutely zero for some reason. We don't have very many. Alright. I believe that is all the garbage. Ugh, this area is just toxic. Get her up there. All my echoes. My 0 echoes because I died to her 3 times. Okay, now. I've done this with the cannon, which is very satisfying, but I don't have the cannon right now, so I'm going to try to do it. For this. Let's see what happens. Alright, now, let's start. was that? Heal. Stuck. What? I don't know how to do the last phase here. I figure it out. We rolled through the first phase, rolled through the second phase, and then the third phase. Sitting here going through the fight in my mind and not paying attention to where I'm going. Okay, let's think about this for a sec. Horse baits you to kill them. Traps you. 2877. I'm such a greedy pig that I had to try to get it. Get those echoes. It just can't be a simple drop down. You gotta go around so you don't lose that tick of health. Alright, here we go. Third time's a charm. little figuring out, and once we got it figured out, it went okay. Yeah, I don't remember strats, unless I refresh my memory. So, on a boss, this has never taken me too many tries to get this boss, so I've never really had to learn all of its patterns. So not having to learn all of its patterns, I obviously never learned the patterns. So, I had to kind of refresh what to do. But it's done. Amygdala is done.
Welcome home. What is it here? Very well.
But it's not going to give me enough. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Ain't right. Alright, still some stuff to get that level. And after all that crap in that frontier, we are going to get a level. Just out of principle, dying to all of those winter lanterns, we are going to get something. What was I selling before? Like the grave stuff?
Welcome. What is it? Very well.
Beep. 30, 30. We'll probably, let's see, I don't know if I want to bring endurance up to 40. We'll kind of, let's bounce back between endurance and skill as we proceed along here. Okay, so, boom. Done with the amygdala. So now it's Yargul. So Yargul's going to take quite a while, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll continue our winter marathon probably tomorrow. So we'll see you next time.